Okay, Kreskin, prove it. Hypnotize somebody.
Yeah, do me.
No.
Come on. What's the worst that can happen?
Are you okay?
What the hell did she do to me?
He can't stop it. He can't slow it down. He can't even figure it out.
No! Whatever door you open in my mind, I want you to shut it. Shut it.
Welcome back to the 11th annual Halloween special. I hope you guys are having a great time. Tonight we're talking about Stir of Echoes, a 1999 film directed by David Koepp and written by him based off of a book from Richard Matheson. So after being hypnotized by his sister-in-law, a man begins seeing haunting visions of a girl's ghost, and a mystery begins to unfold around him. Stir of Echoes is a very unique horror film because it's very tension-based. Dread is very important to this screenplay and to the direction. Obviously, it's compared a lot to The Shining because The Shining is also about a father who's slowly losing his mind and it's having an impact on his family. The thing is, Stir of Echoes, Richard Matheson's book, came out in 1958 before Stephen King ever wrote The Shining. So you might actually say that Stephen King was inspired a little bit by Richard Matheson, which obviously is true. He has sung Richard Matheson praises for years, and he even co-wrote a short story called Full Throttle with his son Joe Hill, which was very inspired by Duel, a screenplay by Richard Matheson. Obviously, Matheson has inspired endless creatives for decades. His work on The Twilight Zone is legendary. His books and short stories are also legendary, as are his screenplays. Early on, Bacon's character says that his life has turned out far more ordinary than he ever expected it to be. He was at one point in time an aspiring musician, but that has faded and now he's stuck in a dead-end job. And despite having a loving family and his wife and son, he feels like he's not really going anywhere in his life. After this hypnosis happens, he starts to have these visions and experiences waking nightmares. Sometimes he even ends up in other people's houses because he's been walking around not exactly knowing what he's doing, all the while being pulled along by a ghostly breadcrumb trail that he soon realizes may just help him solve a disturbing crime. This film has an incredible pace. Koepp did a very good job in the screenplay to keep things moving constantly. Similar to how Christopher Nolan's The Prestige sometimes overshadows another 2006 movie about a magician, The Illusionist, which is excellent and you should see it, Stir of Echoes is sometimes overshadowed by another 1999 movie about ghosts, The Sixth Sense, which came out just a month before Stir of Echoes did. And if you read almost any review that was published in 1999, most of them are going to compare the film to The Sixth Sense, some of them unfavorably, which is true. The Sixth Sense is better, I think. But that doesn't mean that this film is bad. And I think that's something unfortunate that a lot of us as film lovers share. We tend to compare things to what is happening right now. A movie that was out at the same time as another movie is often talked about. I mean, just Barbenheimer this year was one of those examples. People would talk about Barbie and they'd talk about Oppenheimer and which one you liked more, even though they're completely different. And nobody making those movies at that time, Greta Gerwig or Nolan, thought, wow, I can't wait to be compared to that other movie. They just made the movie they were making. And years from now, when people watch those movies, they're probably not going to be comparing the two of them. It's just that right now they are. And the same thing happens with movies in the past. If you pop in Stir of Echoes now or rent it on whatever service it's on, you're probably not thinking about the fact that you just watched The Sixth Sense a month ago. That's not in your mind, and you're going to evaluate this film fairly as a result. But in '99, it really didn't get that treatment. And it didn't fare as well at the box office as a result, even though it's a damn good movie and has a handful of masterful suspense sequences. The third act of this movie is genuinely riveting. So many puzzle pieces are set up throughout the beginning of the movie and into the second act. Things that you truly do not know what the characters are talking about. They're just images and lines spoken from characters that really could mean anything, and you just don't know the significance of them until you watch the whole movie. And when everything comes to a head at the ending of the film, I honestly got chills because I haven't seen this movie in years and I forgot about most of it. So rewatching it tonight was really fun to be able to experience it again without remembering most of what happened. The movie is also really smart as a horror film in that the tension for a long time isn't really coming from some outside threat that's actually going to hurt Kevin Bacon or his family. It's really that his family is crumbling and falling apart as he becomes, increasingly more disturbed. He's destroying his own house, he's digging up his backyard, he's enlisting his son to help him with these tasks, and of course, his wife is not happy about any of this. And that's a great way to build tension when you don't have a Ghostface or a Michael Myers or a Babadook or a Jason. When your movie doesn't have an antagonist that's coming to hurt you or your loved ones, it's really just about how you are starting to hurt your loved ones. The film also has an excellent happy accident, something that wasn't supposed to happen but did, and they left it in the movie. This shot where Kevin Bacon kicks a bucket and it flies up and breaks a window wasn't supposed to happen, but he stayed in character and the shot's in the movie. It also has some very disturbing imagery, stuff that I can't show you because the video will get demonetized and you should see the movie anyway, but one in particular involves a safety pin. And I learned that a stunt actor was paid to allow this to happen. It wasn't a visual effect and it wasn't a prop. They really did that shit. And when I watched it, I thought that looked really real, and I immediately looked it up, and sure enough, it was. So props to you, stuntman. I hope that was a damn good check. If you've never seen Stir of Echoes, I'm not going to spoil anything for you because I don't think this movie is as widely known as something like The Sixth Sense, where most people do kind of know what happens in that film. I would highly encourage you to watch it this Halloween. I think it's an excellent time. Please do check it out. Guys, thank you so much for continuing to watch the 11th annual Halloween special. I can't wait to do more videos for you very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.